welcome to another edition of Tutorial Grid Live. I'm your host, Cherokee, and I hope you enjoy my little live cast here. This is going to be the second one of tonight. I got a wild hair in me and decided, like, hey, we did one that was, okay. It was kind of the same thing as yesterday, but I think this one's going to be a two-parter. So every once in a while, you'll get someone who will be like, okay, well, I just need you to do something in this for this part of the film. And so in this part, we've got this Indian dude who comes out from behind this golden these golden bricks and stuff. And so the notes say, basically, it's like, okay, so these are mythical beings, and they're not of like human form, or they are human form, but they need to be as if they're mythical. They're not flesh and bone. So every now and then you'll get something like this, and you'll be like, okay, well, make it happen, and all will be good. So, with that being said, this is going to be fun. I'm not sure if I'm going to get through it all tonight, so there might be a part 2 to this tutorial. So this is part 3, and then this will be part 1 of maybe a 2 or 3 part series of just this one sequence for this thing. So, yeah, so just take that in, breathe, and we're going to do this. But first, check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Avid Productions 479. Like us, subscribe to our YouTube, as well as you can go to our Twitter and like us there, twitter.com/tutorialgrid. And this is also brought to you by the Black Mariachi and Guantanamera Films. Thank you guys for letting us do this, as well as SiteGround, great web hosting, and starting at, I believe, $3.99. So make sure to check that out. Link is below. So definitely make sure to check all that fun stuff out at SiteGround. All right. So, let's get started after this little break. So, we're going to be doing a lot of different things. This whole deal is going to be more or less a a challenge, because I'm not exactly 100% sure how this is going to work out. So, what we're going to do, because there's going to be a lot of tracking. So what we're going to do, let's just go ahead and pop this into After Effects. So replace with After Effects Composition. And there we go. So let's just go ahead and play back the footage and see what we're working with here. All right, so we've got some camera movement. So it's not 100% still. And I believe I shot this shot, actually. Yeah, I shot this. I did about 75% of the cinematography for this. We shot on a Blackmagic 4K camera using, what is it? QuickTime 422 ProRes. Because we had this massive green screen in the back here. All right, but anyway. We're kind of scrubbing through this footage. It's fairly yellow, which is fine. We didn't exactly color master because we were in and out and in and out. We were trying to make the most out of our time. Excuse me, I have hiccups because I just drank a soda, an orange cream blue sky soda, which is awesome. Try it if you want. Okay, so since we're in here, more than likely this is going to be 1080p. And this is downscaled 4K. So let's go ahead and do what we did in our last tutorial. So just Control Duplicate, and we'll go to Layer, and we'll pre-compose this layer. Boom. we're going to track the camera real quick. So we'll go to 3D, or Jesus Christ, camera tracker, perspective, camera tracker, and pull this down and put this on top of here. So that's going to take just a bit. We've got 148 frames it's going to be looking through. And we will wait. We will wait. So I hope you guys are enjoying my little live cast here. There's nobody. Oh, wow, there's 2 people watching. No, oh, 3 people. 3 people are watching me. That's pretty cool. Hi, guys. If you want, you can chat with me while this thing is working. And we're solving camera. All right, no more chatting. Analysis solve failed. That's unfortunate. Well, we can try it again. Let's try this again. Boom. 3D camera tracker. We might have to pull this up into 4K. Let's just do that. Let's just do it the hard way. Scale 50, composition, comp settings. What was it? 3940, 3840, 3840 by 2160. Drop frame 30 frames per second. Wow. 2997. Okay. And scale this back up to 100. 100. So now we're working at the full resolution here, 4K. Cool. And let's try it again. Boom. Should take a little bit longer. Just because it's analyzing something that's much, much larger. So, in the meantime, I'm playing an ad. Enjoy it. Oh, just analyzing. This takes a while. I don't like it whenever it analyzes. So check out SiteGround, $3.99. Do it. Get your web hosting there, because they're amazing. And the Black Mariachi, brought to you by Guantanamo Films. Yep. Still going. See, this is the tedious thing about After Effects. There's so many things that just take absolutely forever and ever and ever and ever that sometimes, you have to walk away from your computer, go get a soda, get a bottle of water or something, and then you come back and you hope that this is done. This tedious part is done. But I mean, a lot of the time, it's really not. It's still analyzing. It's still going. And I have a pretty good computer. I've got quite a bit of RAM and a really nice processor, and still it takes a bit. So we're still rolling here, and hopefully this will be done soon. 41 seconds approximately, and hopefully the analysis will not fail and it will give us a good track. Come on, give us a good track. Look at that dude. He's a scary mofo. I believe I'd like to give a shout out also to the Missouri Film Alliance. He is a part of the Missouri Film Alliance. So you can check them out on Facebook too. They helped us out with some equipment. I believe they had some pretty good equipment there that the other producer got. And yeah, he's a part of it. So they do good casting. Analysis failed. Are you kidding me? Well, all right. We're just going to have to do this the hard way. For some reason, this is not wanting to work this way. Okay, well, we'll do something different then. All right, so let's create let's go layer, new, null object. See, this is where we're going to problem solve. This is why we're doing this, because I've done things like this, and there are things to do to make this happen. But this, I mean, this is problem solving in this type of workflow. So we're going to make our tracker. So do this, and we will track motion. So the first thing that we're going to track is going to be, let's track his eyeball, because I know that I'm going to be wanting to use that quite a bit. And so basically what we're going to do is track his eyeball, and then what I'm thinking is we're going to mask his face and his flesh parts to be something different. You know, kind of Pirates of the Caribbean this a little bit. Usually this should be done with CGI and like green screen effects and stuff like that, but we've got this to work with. We're going to do the best we can. This was actually a really, really fun scene to do. This took us, I believe the day before we were out in the middle of nowhere on a lake. And then the next day they told us, well, we're going to be in this building, and we're going to build this big stage, and we're going to have all this big cave in there. And when we got to the studio, they had this massive cave built, which was very impressive. The director stayed up all night helping build this massive cave unit out of styrofoam and just all sorts of stuff. I mean, he did a great job. We saw him put down the matting for the dirt. All the dirt is real. He made all the bricks are real. They're not real gold, unfortunately. But everything about this is 100% real. They found all the styrofoam, and we had a professional painter come in and paint it, it's a really cool experience on this one. We also have a massive green screen in the background here for some of our longer shots. So we can make sure to key that out, and we know the difference between the background and the foreground. That way we can make it smaller and make just this thing look like an epic scale. Okay, so we have tracked his eyeball pretty well, and we're just going to apply that to the X and Y unit of our null 3. All right, so double check, make sure that's on there, and we're just going to rename this Left Eye Lopez. You know, there's a 90s joke for you. All right, the next thing we're going to do, we're also going to track his thumb. I believe it's going to work. Oh, don't crash on me now. Come on. There we go. I believe his thumb is going to work pretty good. Probably not, actually. Well, maybe we're just going to have to track his entire fist. Let's do that. Okay, so we will to layer, new, null object. And we'll just go ahead and rename this right hand, which it's his right hand, but it's on the left. So we'll click on our footage again, and we'll do track motion. And this time we're going to edit the target, and it's going to be right hand. Hit OK. Make sure we've got our track points ready to go here. Move those down. I'm just going to track this whole business right here. Okay, and we're going to see how well that works. This should take a little bit longer, and we're just going to make sure we have everything tracked pretty good. So probably take a couple of different tracks. So we'll probably track it once one way and then track it again. We'll probably do about 4 different tracks. But it looks, through a quarter of this, it looks to be doing pretty well. But I'm going to keep my finger on this little stop button just in case I see something go a little squirrely, because we don't want squirrely tracks. That just doesn't work too well. If there's squirrely tracks, we really just want to keep saying squirrely. And while this is going on, we'll just kind of wait and see what happens. So we're just still kind of waiting. Everything's looking pretty good. I don't really want to click away from anything. Everything's looking still pretty good. Just waiting on this track, which we might actually only have to do 1 track. It looks like it's doing pretty well. But our computer is getting slower and slower as it's tracking the footage around. It's still looking pretty good though. Oh, we're about halfway finished with the track. You can do it, dude. You can do it. Oh, there it is. All right, we're going to stop it here. All right, come on. Stop. 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 There we go. All right, we got off. Oh, no. That sucks. Oh, my God, this sucks. Oh, my God, this sucks. All right, well. That was wasted. So that happened. That really just happened. So we're gonna have to do all of that all over again. I wonder if there's any way I can pause a live stream here. Let's see here. I doubt we can, so I'm just gonna have to. Well, this sucks. All right. Well, let's try this again. All right, so we'll just try to fast forward through all this fun stuff here. Okay. All right, so I'll bring this into After Effects. And let's start up After Effects again. See, this is the cool thing about doing this live. You get to see all the weird, crazy quirks with After Effects CC 2015. Oh, boy. Okay, cancel. I have to open this up. So file, open recent. Yep. I can't believe that happened. Well, it happened live, so this is the whole reason for doing this stuff. Why is it going to take 3 minutes? Yeah, that's what I thought, After Effects. That's what I thought. Punk. All right. Importer error. Yes, I know because I stopped it. All right. Replace with After Effects. Let's see how fast we can do this and try to get back to where we were. Hey, there was a preview of something fun. Okay. So, layer, new, no object. Call this Left Eye Lopez. We are going to be consistent with that name. There, new. Oh, what am I doing? I already did the null object. Okay. Track motion. Maybe we should track his nose. No. Try to do this as fast as possible. Just track his eye here. Alright, and go. This should also be, since we already know that our analysis is going to be crappy with our 3D camera tracker, we're not going to do that. So we pretty much shaved off an entire, like, 10 minutes of our tutorial. But like I said, we're more than likely going to be, this is going to be a part 3 of a 1, 2 to 3 parter. So this is part 3 of part 1 of the motion tracking and making this guy into an invisible smoke monster Kachina being thing. So I'm not sure what that entails yet, but that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so we'll apply that track, apply to X and Y, and layer new null object, and we'll call this right hand. Try this again. All right, click on our layer here. And we're going to track motion, and it did it right this time. And we'll move it all the way back here, and we will track this motion. See, normally we would, well, I probably should be using Mocha, but I'm not really that familiar with it. Just kind of got screwed up or something. Okay, so hopefully this goes back on the... it's probably not. Okay, so, well, yeah. So I just listen to myself doing this, so that's fun. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're tracking our right hand here, and we'll just go from there. So we'll just track this on over. Should be a little quicker. It's looking good. Whoop, there it goes. So we will find where the tracking point goes off, which is about right there. Oops, and follow it down here. Track it down. All right, anyway, let's follow it. Maybe make our range a little bit bigger so it has a little bit more stuff to look at. And it's looking pretty good. Cool. All right, we're going to apply that to our right hand here and hit OK. And I got a buzz. I have to check my buzz. Oh, cool. It just says my video uploaded. Yay, my messed up video. Gotta love it. Okay, so now we have that tracked. We have an eye and we have a right hand tracked. We're going to have to now track the left hand. So this is going to be interesting. I'm not 100% sure how well this is going to work. We'll go layer, new, null object, and we'll call this right or left hand. Left hand banana. Left hand banana. Yep, I went there. Okay. Again, go to the footage, track motion, take our points here, make them big. Let's move them over here a bit. know what's going to happen if I do this. It's going to track just this point, and it's not going to say that, oh, this point and this point is the same thing. It's going to look at this thing and say, yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm going to have to manually track it from here. Right there. Manually track it again. Manually track it again. And then make my points. Alright, so there's that. So this, make this a little bigger. And hopefully this is going to work okay. That's actually working a lot better than the other tracks have. Huh. Interesting. Cool. That's working pretty good. Awesome. Cool. Okay, now that we have that done, let's do this, and that's on right hand. That should be edit target, and that should be on left hand banana. Hit OK and apply. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm having to check out my stream. It says it's not doing so good. It might be because my internet service provider kind of sucks. That could be it. Might not be it. But I have a nice little... I had some viewers, but not very many viewers now. Okay, anyway, we'll keep going. Okay, so we've got this stuff tracked. Now what should we do? We're going to experiment with how we want this dude to look. So let's go to layer, new, let's do solid, and everything starts with a black solid. So we'll just call it black solid 4, because this really is all about experimentation. Let's make you look like a smoke monster or something. So we'll do fractal noise. Generate fractal noise. We'll pull that into our black layer here. That was not fractal noise. That was fractals, and I did that wrong again. There we go. It's late. It's like almost 1 o'clock in the morning, so enjoy it. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to take a quick break real quick. All right, so we've got this basic shape of fractal noise. We need to make it look somewhat decent. We want to make it look like smoky. That's not really smoky. That might be cool. Cloudy. No, that looks almost digital. I don't get why that looks like clouds. It looks like a digital weird thing. Strings? No. Threads? No. Let's try swirly. Kind of like swirly. Have you... Sorry, I've been watching How I Met Your Mother, and I just recently watched the swirly episode, so you have to forgive me for for saying swirly. Okay, so we'll start this off. Evolution. There, click that stopwatch, move it over, and let's do 2 revolutions. Yeah, that really worked pretty well there. All right. 2. So in reality, this should move really weird, like, which it does, and it does a very good job at looking really frickin' weird. Cool. All right. So now that we have that, This is ridiculous. Okay. Okay. So we have his. Let's do his face first. Because really, I mean, we have the easy parts down. The things that we really need to be focused on, which is tracking the hand and tracking the face and stuff. The hard part is going to be masking all this junk out. Which, I mean, we can do. It's not going to be a problem. It's just going to be really, really silly. Okay, so let's just call this Smeary. Smeary. And left eye Lopez. And we're going to hit P for position. And we're going to make sure that we have our alternate click on our stopwatch here and pick whip onto our position and make sure that that is going to be, yeah, so we've got our black solid following him, which we're actually going to make this a lot smaller, so we'll just do one of these. We'll make it about that big because, well, we're going to anchor the position of this just a tad. So we'll double down on our arrow here and move it a bit. Oops. Nope, don't want that. And move it down just enough so we can kind of see. Okay, that's going to work. Right like that. Oh, this is gonna be ridiculous. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we've got that. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to duplicate this footage right down here. I'm gonna try and see what this is gonna look like, but this should be really interesting. Do the roto brush. That's gonna be our friend on this one, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna roto his face. We're going to roto his face, which we're probably going to have to go to composition settings, change this to 30, right? Probably. And roto his face. We did it. All right. Cancel out this. We don't need that. Roto more of his face. I'm just gonna keep accentuating that we're rotoing his face. And roto some more of his neck, not face. Go through there, cut out that because that is a feather, not his face. Do some of this. That. The eyebrows got to be in there. It's looking pretty good. More rotoing of his face and neck. Some of that. I think that's going to be pretty good. So I'm just going to go frame by frame. And this is going to be a long, tedious process. Roto some more of, you guessed it, his face. Whoops. All right. And here we go again with his face. But it should essentially, once he gets out from behind these bricks, it should get much easier because his face will be rotoed out fairly well, and we know that we're not going to be using this brick. I'll just go ahead and take this for good measure. And I still believe that's a feather, so I'm not going to be too picky on that. All right, and scooch it forward again. That looks pretty good. Roto some more of the neck here. And that looks good. And move it forward another frame. Make sure the rest of his neck looks pretty good, which I think that's a part of the scarf that he's got on or something, but I don't know. Not 100% sure, but so far that's looking pretty good, and I'm just going to, I think I should probably just let this rip. We'll go a couple of frames and see what it looks like. Yeah, I think it's going to be, well, I got this damn feather here. Okay. Okay. This might be easier to just mask, you know? All right. So, we've already messed up. Oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. All right, so that doesn't need to be in there. All right, let's go forward. Looks good. Looks good. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. All right, this is going to be the fun, tedious process of, oh crap. And that's what happens when you don't pay attention. Dude moves his head. We roto out something we're not supposed to, or stop rotoing stuff we need to. All right, and move forward. The hard part is setting up this little mask that we're doing, just because it's just making it to where it sees everything, every little detail in a certain order. Oh. That's really the hard part. It's making it see what you want it to see. Okay. That's really annoying. I don't like that. Which we're going to do the refine edge as well. And here in a little bit, we're probably going to break for the day because I'm getting exhausted. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. I am still going. Let's take some of this stuff off here. Don't need all that. Nope. I want that. really interested to see how this is going to be. Especially whenever I get... Because this is just a base. So whenever we do this for real, or we do the refine, we're going to get a lot more edge out of this. And it's going to be a lot more refined and look a lot better. Yeah, because see, we are already getting out of our comfort zone here. Which, hell, I might be actually able to do some of this. Let's do some refine edge already. Let's just see if we can get away with this. Yeah, because I want that. I want his face. Don't want anything else but his face. I'm going to get you guys tired of listening to me saying his face over and over and over again. But that's how this tutorial is going to be. I'm just going to say his face, his face, his face. And in actuality, I probably should have done this. We'll actually just start with this refine mask tool. And we'll kind of go from there. See how well this works. See, this is the thing about these tutorials. Or this isn't even really a tutorial. This is doing it live. It's a lot of trying and seeing if things are going to work. Like, really, that's the best thing I can think of how to explain this type of situation. Like, you're really just trying to see and feel out what is going to work for your scene. Because, I mean, no one, I guess, really, truly knows what's going to be perfect. And that actually looks like it's working pretty well. So I'm going to pause it real quick and save. Because we don't want to get into that situation that literally just happened. So we'll just wait. And, yeah, we're just going to wait. And wait for this to roto. It's getting tired in here. It's getting hot in here. So hot. So take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. I'm going to take my clothes off. Not really. If you're wondering what's going on right now, I'm rotoing a guy's face. And I'm going to turn him into a smoke monster. The most difficult way possible. I'm going to get delusional here. I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Everybody's asleep. Nobody's watching me. So the people who watch this tomorrow are going to think I am freaking crazy. Hi, people that are watching this tomorrow. Please fill my comment section with awful comments about how bad I'm doing right now, especially since my program crashed. That's not very professional, but it happens. Especially when you use new software, it happens. Okay, let's pause it real quick. Alright, let's go in through here. Make sure we're getting everything all looking good. Awesome. Things looking good so far. Let's hope it stays that way. Yeah, it looks like we've got the scarf pretty good there. And we've got his face fairly masked in. Now, what we're going to do... excuse me. What we're going to do is we're going to take his face mask that we're going to make, and we're going to turn it basically black and white and really change the contrast, and we're going to use it as a luma mat to give his face depth. And then we're going to place that smeary thing that we created over him and use a displacement to where it looks as if he's, I guess, like a translucent being almost. So I think that will look pretty cool. If I say so myself, I think that'll look pretty good. At least that is the idea of making him into a translucent being. And I just noticed something right about... I think it'll be all right. Whatever. We're going to just try this. And, well, actually, I can't do that. I have a conscience. Okay. So, the thing that I just now noticed is in a couple of these frames, in the right side of the face region, we've got some skin appearing in because he's moving around, and that's something that I should have been looking for. Okay, and let's just kind of move forward a little bit. And let's try to get some more of this skin here. But it's not noticing it, so I don't know what it's noticing. Well, let's just see. Alright, right there. Let's do some more of this here. So it's, I guess it's noticing a lot of the black layer. Oh, no, there it goes. Never mind. Alright, now we'll go from there. So we're just going to keep watching his face because there's that feather there. So it's noticing all of the tones that I have selected through this region. And I really hope it's going to gather everything I need, which I'm sure it is. I mean, we're just creating a smoke monster. Nothing too crazy. Just a big old smoke monster. Yeah. Creating the smoke monster is going to be tough. All right. Let's see where we're at here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Make sure we're good on our rotoscope here. How much more do we have left to go? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. All right, we'll start here. Keep going. We've got a little ways to go. So if you want to go and get something to drink, or actually, now that I think about it, about 28 and a half minutes into this tutorial, and we're about halfway done with this guy right here. So how about we do this? I'm going to pick back up on this part tomorrow. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So it's pretty late. It's almost 2 a.m. Well, it's 1:13 in the morning. So, guys, make sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/avidproductions479. check us out at avidproductions479.com, twitter.com/tutorialgrid, and definitely check us on the our friends over at Black Mariachi and Guantanamera Films, as well as check us out on SiteGround web hosting starting at $3.99 a month and up. So they've got good stuff. Make sure to check them out. Link is below in the description. So, yeah, I'm going to be done with this feed. I'm tired. Nobody is watching me anymore, and this is going to literally take forever. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching me, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching me even though it's not live. So I'll see you guys later.